This video is about concussion. This is a model of a brain. Now, I've held a brain during an autopsy once and it's very soft and squishy. And for that reason, our brain is surrounded by a layer of fluid and then a skull to protect it. Now, concussion is when we hit our head that hard that the brain goes through the shock absorber, that's the fluid, and hits against the hard skull and causes damage and signs and symptoms like concussion. So how do we deal with somebody potentially with concussion? First of all, sit them down or lie them on the floor, depending on how bad it is, and assess for any external injuries. So if they're bleeding, we need to stop the bleeding with a bandage, and if they've got a bump or some swelling, we can apply a cold pack to reduce the swelling because cold reduces swelling. Then we need to assess whether they have got any signs and symptoms of concussion. So the signs and symptoms of concussion are having a headache, feeling dizzy, feeling sick and maybe vomiting, memory loss, loss of balance. They may feel agitated, dazed or confused. They may have problems with their vision. They may lose consciousness or feel abnormally drowsy. And their pupils might not be equal and reactive to light like mine and yours should be right now. This list, if you can't remember it, can be found on the NHS website, which is really helpful. So, if somebody hits their head, assess how they got that injury, assess any external injuries, and assess any signs and symptoms of concussion. If they have got signs and symptoms of concussion, then we need to call 999 or take them to the nearest emergency department. Remember, with concussion, the signs and symptoms might be delayed, so make sure they're not left alone for a period of time after the injury has occurred. If you're worried or unsure, you can always call 111. So that is concussion.